This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. A legal challenge is mounting as Governor Evers announces a new statewide mask mandate that'll take effect on Saturday.
Under the order, masks will need to be worn by everyone 5 and up, while in all enclosed spaces except a person's home. Here is the current list of states that have a mask mandate. Wisconsin was the only state with a Democratic governor that didn't have one before today, but this new mandate will face legal challenges. Our Adam Duxter joins us with the latest developments.
Well, Evers says the chance to issue a mask mandate is something he's wanted to do for weeks. Starting Saturday, Wisconsin will become the 33rd state to do just that. Well, some are critical of this move. He says the growing number of coronavirus cases proves it's necessary.
A few months ago, Wisconsin was in pretty good shape. The numbers were improving, and we had made real progress in fighting this virus. Unfortunately, things have changed drastically since then.
Governor Tony Evers with a serious tone in a media briefing today as he laid out what he says are worsening coronavirus numbers throughout the state of Wisconsin.
Although we're fighting the same pandemic, we find ourselves in a completely different situation than one we were in just a few months ago.
Evers and DHS Secretary Andrea Palm say 61 of Wisconsin's 72 counties are now showing high coronavirus activity, with just 2, Rusk and Florence, showing low levels of COVID. Today, for the second time in 4 months, Evers declared coronavirus a public health emergency. Now, anyone over the age of 5 faces a $200 fine for not wearing a mask inside restaurants, shops, or any indoor space, with exceptions for things like eating, drinking, and physical activities such as swimming. Some, like Rick Essenberg of Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, say this goes beyond Evers' powers.
No governor, whether they're a Republican or a Democrat, has the right to declare a health emergency, have it expire after 60 days, and then simply declare another public health emergency based upon the same underlying event.
Essenberg says while he doesn't have an issue with wearing a mask, he feels to enact a policy, Evers would have to do so through the legislature.
We don't live in a society where a chief executive makes the law that we live under. We don't have a king, we don't have a dictator. We have a governor.
Evers says while he's worried this order could be taken to court, he feels it necessary to protect the public.
Now, that mask policy is set to last through at least September 28th. And some have pointed out that Saturday is the last day on the bench for conservative Justice Daniel Kelly, who, if you remember, was the deciding vote in the Supreme Court's 4-3 ruling to overturn Safer at Home in May. Now, many feel if this issue were to go to the Supreme Court, it would not be overturned. Evers says that has nothing to do with the timing of this decision.
New tonight, at least 3 local sheriff's offices are telling people in their counties not to call them if they see people breaking the mask order. Melissa Kim joins us now to tell us what they're suggesting instead.
Well, Charlotte, all 3, the Grant County, Lafayette County, and Dodge County sheriffs say they won't respond to, investigate, or take enforcement action against people who don't wear masks. They suggest those complaints should go to the health department or the governor's office instead. The Lafayette Sheriff's Post says they won't respond to this type of complaint unless other circumstances require a law enforcement response. The Grant County Sheriff says they're asking the Attorney General, who is supposed to enforce a public health order, saying the order is not a law enforcement issue, but rather a state and local public health department issue. And the Dodge County Sheriff encouraged residents of his county to follow the governor's guidance to do nothing if you see someone not wearing a mask, asking residents of his county not to contact them either. Governor Evers' executive order does say that those who violate the mandate could be fined up to $200.
Melissa, thank you. It's now been a couple of weeks since the mask mandate went into effect in Dane County. Public Health Madison, Dane County said a majority of people have been complying, and they say it's working. They say we are averaging about 63 cases per day right now. A month ago, our 14-day average was about 98 cases per day. UW Health doctors say scientists have already seen success with mask mandates in other states. They say implementing one here in Wisconsin will help get us back to normal sooner.
Less people are going to get COVID-19. Less people are going to have, bad outcomes from COVID-19. Less people will die. So most of the health experts or all of the health experts that you talk to definitely support and think that this is the right thing to do for Wisconsin right now.
Dr. Potoff says while masking has a big impact on its own, face coverings are most effective when partnered with good hand hygiene and social distancing. He also says he expects to see positive effects from the statewide order in as early as 10 days. Now, there were more than 950 new cases reported today, bringing the total number to more than 52,000 in Wisconsin. 10 more people also died in the last 24 hours in the state, bringing the state's death toll to 926.
The Food and Drug Administration is considering an emergency use authorization for a coronavirus vaccine in a matter of weeks once the drug meets efficacy requirements to prove it works safely. The authorization would greenlight a vaccine for use on an expedited basis. Unity Point Health, Meritor, and local public health officials are partnering to provide COVID-19 testing at 4 homeless shelters here in Madison. The Salvation Army, the Beacon, and 2 Porchlight locations will be tested. A free drive-through testing event that was scheduled to take place next week in Lancaster has been canceled. According to Grant County Emergency Management, due to a lack of availability by the National Guard, the event slated for next Wednesday at the Grant County Fairgrounds will no longer happen. There is still a free event tomorrow in Muscoday at the Riverside School District Administrative Office parking lot.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi calling for the continued testing at Alliant Energy Center past next week's deadline. In a statement today, he said the community site has proven to be incredibly effective, but as of now, that federal funding and support is only committed through next Friday, August 7th. He says given the continued prevalence of COVID-19, it is imperative that funding and support continue. The Oregon School District has become the latest to announce plans to start the school year all virtual this fall. In an email to parents, the district says all students will begin the school year with online instruction 5 days a week, with Wednesdays reserved for independent review and catch-up. It is also planning to offer small group in-person options for the very youngest students, as well as those with specific needs. Now, to find out about your child's school, we have a story posted at channel3000.com with a full list broken down by county of all the local districts that have announced their reopening plans.
Let's go to meteorologist Dana Fulton now with a quick look at our first warn forecast. Dana?
We are 2 for 2 as far as having really nice evenings with really pleasant sunsets. This picture sent in from the view over Lake Mendota, the north side of Lake Mendota. Gorgeous color. It's always nice when we have just a little bit of cloud coverage, just enough to reflect that light and give us some color in the sky for sunset. So a beautiful evening. Again, a lot of pictures getting sent in via email and also Facebook. If you ever have any weather photos, you're always invited to send them our way. Today, temperatures reached the low 80s, so a very seasonable afternoon. We're expecting our dry pattern to, of course, just continue on. No rain for tomorrow or Saturday. Our seasonably warm temperatures go for the weekend with a chance for showers late in the day on Sunday. For next week, our highs will be in the mid to low 70s early in the week before we're back in the 80s. We'll take a closer look at the rain chance for Sunday in just a few minutes.
Interim Madison Police Chief Vic Wall says we've hit a new record high for the number of shots fired incidents in a month since MPD started tracking the data. In the last 2 weeks alone, he said we've had 15 shots fired incidents. 4 people have been shot, including 1 fatally, 58 shell casings recovered, and at least a dozen cars and homes struck by bullets. Our year-to-date numbers are at an 87% increase from this time last year.
It's obviously our highest priority. We're continuing to investigate these cases. The MPD Violent Crime Unit is leading those investigations, and we're doing everything we can to hold the offenders accountable and bring some justice for the victims and their families.
Wall said most of these incidents are targeted and not random acts of violence.
A developing story outside Philadelphia tonight. Fire crews are battling a large 3-alarm fire at an apartment building in Pottstown. It's about 40 miles northwest of Philly. The fire was reported at the Ashwood Apartments about 7:20. Local media reporting that at least 4 people were rushed to the hospital. No immediate word on the conditions of those victims. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The famous Coors Brewery in Golden, Colorado caught fire today. That fire broke out atop a 16-story silo. Molson Coors says the fire was contained to an old malt house that is no longer being used. The facility, the largest single-site brewery in the world. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire also there under investigation.
For the first time in U.S. history, a sitting president is suggesting delaying the election. This morning, President Trump tweeted, quote, "With universal mail-in voting, not absentee voting, which is good, 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history. It will be a great embarrassment to the USA. Delay the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote? End quote. The president has no authority to delay an election, and the Constitution gives Congress the power to set the date for voting. Lawmakers from both parties said almost immediately there was no likelihood the election would be delayed. Vice President Mike Pence's motorcade was involved in 2 accidents while he was traveling in Pennsylvania today. The vice president was not hurt in either accident. This is video in White Oak of the second accident involving 2 motorcycle escorts. Vice President Pence got out to check on the situation. The first accident happened after he left Allegheny Airport for Greensburg. Pool reports say his campaign bus was involved in a minor fender bender with a truck, forcing him to switch to a limo.
Still to come tonight, an update on Tropical Storm Isaias, and now targeting the continental U.S. We'll let our meteorologist pronounce it properly. Plus, remembering a civil rights icon laid to rest today in Georgia. Stay with us.
Lowest prices ever on pre-owned e-bikes at Crazy Lenny's. This Easy Motion, $750.
This Athens, $640. No pedal throttle assist.
Pre-owned e-bike cruisers from $590. Lowest prices ever on pre-owned e-bikes at Crazy Lenny's.
Wild Easttown Honda has clearance savings on over 400 new Hondas. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
The math is pretty simple. During the final days of the back-to-school sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save 15% when you purchase any Denver Mattress Value Line mattress and Sleep Essentials package. And to celebrate our newest arrival, come in and test out the outrageously comfortable Casper mattress. Plus, get free shipping right to your doorstep. And for the budget conscious, check out the Summit Queen. Only $199.99 and 4 years, no interest financing. Hurry, the back-to-school sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
If someone came to you and asked, what are you invested in? Would your answer be about mutual funds and money markets? Or would it be mutual relationships and farmers markets? Maybe both. At Thrivent, we believe money is a tool, not a goal. And with the right guidance, it can afford you a life rich in meaning and gratitude. By gaining financial clarity today, you can thrive with purpose tomorrow. To learn more, text THRIVE to 484848 or visit Thrivent.com.
I'm here.
Auntie's here.
Hey, Mom and Dad here. Shall we begin?
Together, nothing can keep us apart. That's why U.S. Cellular is building powerful 5G coverage that works inside and out. And now, get $700 off the latest phones. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Wild Easttown Honda has clearance savings on 400 new Hondas. Lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V for $269. That's $269 and absolutely zero due at signing at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Lowest prices ever on pre-owned e-bikes at Crazy Lenny's. This Easy Motion, $750.
This Athens, $640. No pedal throttle assist.
Pre-owned e-bike cruisers from $590. Lowest prices ever on pre-owned e-bikes at Crazy Lenny's.
Friday morning, after a really hot and muggy July, there are some cooler temperatures ahead as we get ready to start August.
And as people struggle to get through the pandemic, we'll tell you how you can do something good for local families in need this weekend. See you tomorrow.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
NASA's Perseverance rover blasted off from Kennedy Space Center in Florida today, embarking on a journey that could answer an age-old question. The car-sized robotic spacecraft hitched a ride on board the Atlas V rocket on an ambitious mission to search for evidence of ancient life on Mars. If the landing is successful, Perseverance will drill into Mars' surface to search for signs of long-dead microscopic organisms that may have thrived on the red planet billions of years ago. Dr. Anthony Fauci and former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick are among 5 people who will be honored this year with the Robert F. Kennedy Ripple of Hope Award. That honor given to people who are considered leaders for social change. This year's gala and award ceremony will be held virtually on December 10th. Past laureates include Barack Obama, Apple CEO Tim Cook, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and Representative John Lewis.
After days of tributes, civil rights leader John Lewis was laid to rest. Michelle Miller is outside the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta with more on the longtime congressman's final farewell.
The casket of Congressman John Lewis left the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta following his funeral service.
He, as much as anyone in our history, brought this country a little bit closer to our highest ideals.
Former President Barack Obama delivered the eulogy for the civil rights icon who risked his life again and again fighting for justice.
On Inauguration Day in 2008, 2009, he was one of the first people I greeted and hugged on that stand, and I told him, this is your day too.
Former Presidents George W. Bush and Bill Clinton also paid tribute.
He got into a lot of good trouble along the way.
We live in a better and nobler country today because of John Lewis.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi remembered her longtime colleague.
We always knew he worked on the side of the angels, and now he is with them.
Ebenezer Baptist Church was where the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. preached. He resided here. This is also Congressman Lewis's home church. It's where he married his beloved wife, Lillian, and where so many are now saying their goodbyes.
Let's remember him today, and let's recommit tomorrow to standing together and fighting together and voting together.
And in a final gift, John Lewis wrote an essay in the New York Times published today, urging others to continue standing up for what they believe in. Michelle Miller, CBS News, Atlanta.
Lewis, who served more than 3 decades in Congress, was the youngest speaker at the 1963 March on Washington, where Dr. King delivered his I Have a Dream speech.
Tropical storm Isaias is headed toward the continental U.S. Today it passed over Puerto Rico. This is video from San Juan, where it caused hundreds of thousands of people to be left without electricity and drinking water. In addition, dozens of roads are blocked throughout the island due to flooding of rivers, landslides, and fallen trees. Currently, no deaths are reported. Let's go to meteorologist Dana Fulton. And Dana, obviously, I didn't quite get that name right in the bump before the segment.
We butchered it just a little.
Isaias. Who names these things?
The National Hurricane Center does. You can send the blame to them. So the National Hurricane Center populates a list for our storms, our tropical storms for the Atlantic and the Pacific, up to 6 years out. So we already have our list for the next 6 years. It's all in alphabetical order. It goes girl, boy, and the next year girl, boy, or boy, girl, as far as the order of these names. So everything is already set in stone. Isaias is our tropical storm right now. Each of these storm names comes with a pronunciation guide, and this is the direct guide from the National Hurricane Center. I know it looks like Isaias, but they are pronouncing it or telling us to pronounce it as Isaias. So there's the official word from the National Hurricane Center. That one's for Eric. Right now, the storm is moving through the Caribbean or moving through the Bahamas, traveling northwest about 18 miles per hour. So it slowed down a little bit. Earlier today, it was closer to 22 miles per hour. That warm Gulf water just strengthening it. And because it's going to be over that warm Gulf moisture, it's very likely right now we're forecasting for it to become a Category 1 hurricane right along the Atlantic coast of Florida. So traveling along the eastern edge of Florida and then curving along our southeastern coast along Georgia and South Carolina into the Carolinas. Now, the effects of the rain and wind will certainly stretch well outside of this cone. This is just the probability of where the center of the storm could reach. So it's something that we're going to keep a close eye on as we head into the weekend. For us overnight, a very calm and quiet and very summery. A nice pattern for the next several days. Our overnight lows will drop to the upper 50s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly sunny sky with high temperatures in the low 80s. For Saturday, another day with sunshine. Lows will be close to 60 early in the morning. In the afternoon, high temperatures will be near 80 degrees with partly sunny skies, and then our rain chances will start to build back in. As we take a broader look at Sunday, our shower chances build in the morning, and then in the late afternoon and evening, it seems very likely that we will have some stronger thunderstorms developing, bringing some heavier rainfall at times. But all that is going to clear out for late Sunday, overnight into Monday. Our temperature trend, very likely that will be trending below average for early August, starting it off in a bit of a different spot from where we started off July. Our precipitation trend, not likely swinging in one direction or another. We aren't tracking any big systems to build in. We have a few dry days and then a quick rain chance and then a few more dry days, which is our usual pattern really for early August. Tomorrow, highs will be in the low 80s, again with a partly sunny sky, pleasantly warm outside, right where we should be for the end of July. Already looking ahead again for early August. Low 80s on Saturday with partly sunny skies. For Sunday, will be partly sunny. Likely get a little more sun in the morning. And then in the afternoon and evening, those shower and thunderstorm chances will develop. Behind the rain chances, high temperatures will be in the mid to low 70s for Monday and Tuesday. Partly sunny skies on Monday. Mostly sunny for Tuesday and Wednesday, with our next chance for showers and storms to develop late in the day on Thursday and for Friday. Our highs will be back in the low 80s for the end of the week and heading into the following weekend. So we'll be back in a very seasonable spot, but a really nice stretch there for the next 10 days. I know some folks that maybe are holding on to summer a little longer. We have the 80-degree days. If you're looking for a little bit of cool down, we also have that in there.
It's still good when you get a little cold front or whatever and it comes through and it's still, you know, 79, 73.
Right. It doesn't completely drop us off, but you can still get outside and enjoy the 70s. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Dana, thank you. Okay, just ahead in sports. The Bucks zeroing in on tipping off the restart. Why Madison's own Wesley Matthews says they're out to prove they're the NBA's best. Zaxton next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With the Volkswagen community-driven promise, you can enjoy exciting offers. And at participating dealers, you can shop at our place or yours.
Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 72 months on select 2019 and 2020 models.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. JELD-WEN has 140 in-stock windows so you can complete your project today. Right now, all JELD-WEN windows are 11% off. Enjoy warm summer breezes with a new Larson Lakeview Split View Storm Door with a screen-away retractable screen and a hold-open closer. $249.99 after 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Arby's 2 for $6 everyday value menu is here. Choose from a crispy chicken sandwich, a gyro, and a beef and cheddar. Any 2 for only $6 every day. Tell your friends, tell your family, yell it from the rooftops, baby. Call that guy who still owes you $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
All right, everyone. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Everything is on sale.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything. Yeah!
That's every sofa, every dining, and every bedroom is on sale. Save 35% or more store-wide, plus up to an extra 10% off. It's the sale where everything is on sale for 2 days only at Steinhoffel's.
Lately, we've found new ways to support and care for each other. And while every gesture counts, so too does every dollar. That's why American Family Insurance is returning $425 million to our customers. This includes a 10% savings for all current and new auto customers for the rest of the year. We hope this does your world some good and reminds you that supporting your dreams means the world to us. Contact your agent or go to amfam.com to learn about more ways to save.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Buy a select 2020 Volkswagen today. And for the next 6 years, you won't pay a single cent in interest. 6 years of interest-free payments. Click, call, or come by today.
The Bucks are less than 24 hours away from tipping off against the Celtics as the NBA restarts their season in the bubble. Now, they won't have Eric Bledsoe or Pat Connaughton in the lineup against Boston, and these 8 games are basically like the 3 scrimmages for Milwaukee. They don't carry any weight because the Bucks have already clinched a spot in the playoffs. But don't tell that to Wesley Matthews. This team is playing every game with a purpose.
And that was a different best team in the NBA. That isn't
The fact that we clinched is great. We knew that a while back. We know that every day is going to pose a new challenge, and every team that we're going to face is going to be something that we can use to get better and ultimately hopefully get to our long-term goal, which is being the last team standing. So, our mentality, even during the scrimmages, was to be the best team in the NBA.
This has been the scene at Lambeau Field all week. Instead of being greeted by fans as they report to training camp, the Packers are greeted with COVID-19 tests. First wave of results have come back, and 3 players have been added to the reserve COVID-19 list. Mason Crosby, the only kicker on the roster, tight end Jay Sternberger, and defensive tackle Trayvon Hester. What that means is the trio have either tested positive or have come into contact with someone who has. All 3 are currently in quarantine. Rookie training camp for Tyler Biadasz has been a little different. For one, the former Badger is wearing social distant wrist monitors that beep if you're too close to another teammate. And during the interviews, the talk is more about safety than actual football. And so are the messages from his new head coach, Mike McCarthy.
His message was clear that we're definitely facing more than just football. We're facing COVID-19, which, the whole world is doing, but it makes it a little bit more difficult. But he told us, be accountable and be respectful to everyone on the team. So we're doing our part on the field and off the field.
The Brewers wrapped up their 6-game road trip with a dominant pitching performance from Brandon Woodruff. I mean, he was basically unhittable. In 6 1/3 innings, he allowed just 1 hit while striking out 10, and all his pitches were working, which makes Brewers manager Craig Counsell happy. In fact, everything about Woodruff's outing made Counsell happy.
Everything. He was just, he was brilliant, really. Overpowering, I think, is probably the word probably best describes it. It's got to the point where the hitter has to respect the fastball so much that they're cheating for a pitch.
And forward Madison unveiled their new Black Lives Matter training top. The team plans to debut tomorrow night at their home opener and wear it before every game the rest of the season. Fans can buy the shirt, and the Flamingos will donate all the proceeds to YWCA Madison. We're back after this.
The sleep of your dreams is on sale now at Ashley Home Store during the Ultimate Mattress Sale. Save huge on Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest, and iComfort by Serta top brand mattresses. Get free guaranteed delivery within 5 days on in-stock beds during the Ultimate Sale at Ashley Home Store.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday and Saturday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
The best new cars make the best used cars. That's why every Toyota certified used vehicle gets a 160-point inspection, new warranty starting the day you purchase, 1 year of roadside assistance, and more. Get as low as 0% APR financing on select Toyota certified used models. See your dealer for details.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer. Finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver this Friday and Saturday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's best appliance savings of the summer are heating up. The ultimate sale is on now. Get special appliance buys up to 60% off. Get guaranteed delivery within 5 days on all in-stock appliances, plus a free 10-year limited warranty at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Get all the latest back-to-school info from News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And we go back to Dana. One final check of the forecast.
Partly sunny skies tomorrow, and yet again, temperatures will be in the low 80s for afternoon highs for Friday, Saturday, and then close to 80 on Sunday with a chance for showers and thunderstorms developing in the afternoon and evening. Next week, likely that we're back to that dry weather pattern for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but high temperatures will drop back a bit. We'll be in the mid to low 70s for afternoon highs. Another opportunity for showers will build in towards the end of next week, and that's when temperatures will hop back up to the low 80s. But a really pleasant Friday expected, and most of the weekend should stay really dry and summery as we look ahead to August.
All right, Dana, thank you, and thank you for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Thank you, Governor Evers. Your emergency order requiring us to wear face coverings when indoors away from our homes was the healthy and right thing to do. We know there will be pushback. Regrettably, some folks have made preventing the spread of the coronavirus a political issue. If Republicans choose to fight your order in court, we'll have to deal with it. But the order still carries weight, and we need it. The U.S. is the worst nation in the world in terms of dealing with this pandemic, and Wisconsin's spread is getting worse. Wearing masks and taking other sensible steps would have reduced both. It will help now. The state's chief medical officer is unambiguous. Limiting interactions, social distancing, hand washing, and face coverings are effective measures to limit the spread and save lives and get us back to normal sooner.